Under the Lemon Moon by Edith Hope Fine, illustrated by Renee King Moreno. Deep in the night, Rosalinda heard noises. Whisk, shh, snap. What is that? She wondered, slipping from her bed. She peeked out past Mamma's garden with its papa-closed scarecrow and past the wash line. Way back by the lemon tree, something was moving. Heart thumping, Rosalinda crept to the doorway. Blanca, her pet hen, fluttered down from the rafters. Puck, 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 barked Blanca. Shh, shushed Rosalinda. The lemon wedge moon gave only a sliver of light. She waited for her eyes to grow used to the darkness. Then she saw branches shaking in the shadows. Rosalinda looked harder. A man with hunched shoulders was stuffing lemons into a cloth sack. Her lemons! From her tree! With Blanca under her arm, Rosalinda stepped out and hid behind the scarecrow. Who is this night man? Why does he take my lemons? She wondered. Skrrrok! Blanca flew to the scarecrow's head. Rosalinda wobbled its stick-stiff arms. Aye! Cried the night man. He grabbed the sack and fled. Why would somebody be stealing her lemons? In the morning, Rosalinda touched the stump of a broken branch. Not a single lemon was left on the whole tree. A tear slid down her cheek. Oh, mi arbolito, my little tree, Rosalinda crooned a sad song as Blanca walked along. She loved her lemon tree almost as much as she loved Blanca. Why, Blanca, why did he do this? Rosalinda asked, clutching a bundle of twigs. Blanca's feathers drooped. By the end of the week, many leaves of the lemon tree were yellow. Some had fallen. Rosalinda's worries got bigger. First, the night man, now her tree was sick. After breakfast, Rosalinda listened to the thrum-thrum of Mamma's loom. I must do something, Rosalinda told her parents. Perhaps someone we know can help, Mamma suggested, smoothing Rosalinda's long hair. A neighbor or friend, or your abuela, added Papa with a hug. He turned back to his workbench. Rosalinda set out. My tree is sick. What should I do? Rosalinda asked her neighbor, Esmeralda. I talk to my plants, said Esmeralda, tending her lush flower garden. I did that, thought Rosalinda. Aloud, she said, Gracias. She caught up with Senor Rodolfo, her friend of few words. My tree is sick. What should I do? She asked. Much water, he said, heading for the nearby mercado, the marketplace. I did that, thought Rosalinda. She remembered the heavy buckets of water she had lugged to her tree. Aloud, she said, Gracias. When Rosalinda arrived at her grandmother's house, Abuela was sitting on her porch in the morning sun. Rosalinda settled in close to her, watching Abuela's knitting needles flash. What should I do for my tree, Abuela? It will take time for your tree to heal, mija, she said. I will light a candle for you. I haven't done that, thought Rosalinda. Aloud, she said, Gracias, abuelita. Abuela eased her worries from Rosalinda's forehead with her warm hand. The candle will help, Rosalinda, Abuela said quietly. Perhaps it will summon La Anciana, the old one. She helps things grow. Everyone had heard rumors of La Anciana, of her powers for bringing rain and making crops grow strong and tall. Tell me again, Abuela, said Rosalinda. For many years of full moons, Abuela began, it has been said there lives an old, wise woman with gentle eyes. She walks the countryside, helping things grow. Where can I find her? Asked Rosalinda. No one knows, but they say La Anciana will come when she is needed. Rosalinda thought hard. I need you. Please come, Anciana. All day and night, Rosalinda waited, but La Anciana did not come. Be back by sundown, called Papa as Rosalinda and Blanca left the house early the next morning. Rosalinda waved. She walked and walked, searching. Blanca bucked at her heels. Everywhere they went, Rosalinda called, Anciana, Anciana! La Anciana did not answer. Maybe she isn't real, Rosalinda said to Blanca. Babrog? Clucked the hen, as if she understood. What do you think? Do you think somebody like La Anciana could be for real? As the sun slipped down the sky, Rosalinda told Blanca, we must go home. They circled back through the mercado with its colorful stalls and busy shoppers. Then Rosalinda stopped. Limones, said a sign on the last stall. Behind a man, a woman rocked a baby. Their two small children played nearby with pebbles. Rosalinda knew this man with hunched shoulders who was selling lemons. He was the night man, and the lemons were hers. Rosalinda shivered. She and Blanca ducked behind the stall lined with bright marionettes. It's the night man, with lemons from my tree. Where are you, Anciana? stammered Rosalinda. She stroked her quivering hen's soft feathers. I am here, came a low, sweet voice. Rosalinda jumped. Before her stood a woman with silvery hair. Her wrinkles were deep, her eyes gentle. Rosalinda knew. Filled with wonder, she couldn't speak. You have looked far from me, Rosalinda, the woman said. Tell me. The woman listened as Rosalinda whispered her story. To take your lemons was wrong, La Anciana murmured. Perhaps he had a need. From her flowing sleeve, La Anciana pulled a strong branch with tiny buds. Mira, watch, said La Anciana. Recuerda, remember. The moon will be full tonight. Rosalinda listened with her heart and mind as La Anciana spoke of how to heal the lemon tree. That night, Rosalinda crept out under the lemon moon. She closed her eyes. Mira y recuerda. Watch and remember. Rosalinda tore an old rag into strips. She held La Anciana's branch against the stump of the broken branch of her lemon tree. They fit as naturally as a fat lemon fit into Rosalinda's cupped hands. Round and round she pulled the ribbons of cloth, binding the two branches until they held as one. Moonbeams poured over the sickly tree, making yellow leaves look silver. Tired, Rosalinda curled up under the tree and dozed. She woke with a start when Blanca brought. Rosalinda rubbed her eyes, astonished. Her tree glowed golden in the night, dripping with lemons as big and round as baby moons. Arms wide, Rosalinda danced around the shimmering lemon tree. Blanca followed, wings aflutter. The next morning, Rosalinda told Blanca, "I know what to do." She piled fat yellow lemons into a wooden cart. Blanca perched on the lemon pyramid, and off they went together. Where do you suppose they're going? Friends and neighbors greeted her on the way. One by one, Rosalinda gave away the amazing lemons. "Que grandes! How big! Gracias!" said Esmeralda. "Hermosos!" said Señor Rodolfo. "Lovely!" "Que jugosos! How juicy! Gracias!" said Abuela. When Rosalinda had given away all but one of her lemons, she headed to the last stall of the mercado. Rosalinda stared at the nightman, and he stared back. Then her warm hand touched his cold, rough hand, and she gave him her last fat lemon. "Lo siento. I am sorry." The man lowered his eyes. Rosalinda found her voice. "Siembra las semillas." "Plant the seeds," she told him. "Do it tonight, while the moon is still full." The man was quiet. He tilted his head toward his family with their worn clothes and hungry faces. "For you and for them," said Rosalinda. "I will do as you tell me," he said. Rosalinda smiled. With a "buck, buck, buck," Blanca flip-flapped into the little cart for a ride back home. She settled in content. Rosalinda felt content too. Except for one fat hen, Rosalinda's cart was empty, but her heart was as full as a lemon moon.